Welcome back here to Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora inside of the Cafe Kubal studios. We're hanging out with you on youtube.com as well as facebook.com, both /Wake Up Call DT, where you're watching. You're watching on facebook.com /Live Now DT as well. And you're listening on mixlr.com /Wake Up Call DT and on wakeupcalldt.com. Very special to have today coming off of his first Division I college football offer, and that is Darien Williams from my alma mater of Christian Brothers Academy. He is the incoming freshman class of 2025 and playing wide receiver and going to college for that position. So with that being said, Darien, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Things are going well.
So Darien, first and foremost, bring me into it. So, you got a couple of years, right? It's 2022. You got a bit of time here. Why do you feel like you got an offer already for Division I?
I feel like, especially with a big part is my grades. I do really well keeping my grades up and keeping an 85 and above average. And even with being on JV, I think I had a very successful season, and that everything's just been going well with sports, football, and also my track. I've been doing really good in track. I think maybe I consider myself a little fast, but yeah, I think everything with that too. I'm seeing that might have been a part of the reason.
So you play on JV and we'll be switching over to varsity. How surprised are you that you got an offer from a Division I school, an FBS school, playing JV football?
It was really shocking because when you think not a lot of kids really get offers at on being on JV, especially just being a freshman. I feel like it's like a blessing. It's amazing to me. It was very shocking.
You talked about being fast. What are the best attributes about your game? Why do you think Colorado wanted to offer you so early?
I think definitely because of my speed, and I'm very explosive. I think that's to me that's really the main reason. I think
best attribute, explosive, speed. Thing you want to work on the most. You have 3 years coming up before you have to head off to college. What are the pieces of your game that you really want to get better at?
My route running, because I just switched over to wide receiver this year, and I used to be a quarterback on modifying stuff. My route running this year, especially during games, it definitely wasn't what I wanted to be. So I'll definitely be focusing on route running and getting my hands stronger, especially in contested catches and stuff like that. I just want to work on those are the two main things right now I'm really focused on.
So making sure, your hands are good, your route running's good. You said you switched over from quarterback to wide receiver. Is there anything being a quarterback that you think has helped you as a wide receiver? Is there anything you learned being a quarterback that you think you can carry over into being
I
on
think
the other side?
while being a wide receiver, as a quarterback, when I used to play, seeing my wide receivers run routes, I'll be able to see where the open spot is and where they can get to it at. So being a wide receiver, it helps me to have a better understanding where, oh, this is gonna be an open spot. I need to get there and stuff like that. Just being able to see the field. That quarterback definitely helped with that.
So is it from here a foregone conclusion that you'll be on varsity moving forward?
Yes.
So we look at varsity and this team, they're coming off of a state championship for 2021 Class A state championship here in the state of New York for Christian Brothers Academy. What does it mean to you to be joining a varsity team that just won states?
It's I'm very happy about it. It's really all right, now it's next season we're gonna have to keep going on, moving up the division, keep on putting the pressure on. And it's it's just amazing. Especially being able to join a team that just won a state championship, it makes me feel great.
And obviously, players play two ways. So are you looking at playing corner? What's kind of the conversation?
Right now on defense, most likely I'll be safety. That's what I'm looking at. Safety and corner. It'll be safety or corner.
Is there one that you feel more comfortable with?
I think more so I'm better with safety because I like being able to see the whole field and just be able to get to every spot. And at corner, I definitely like corner, but I'd have to work on my defense. My defense at corner is not the best at all.
Okay, so you think in playing man, and what is it about your defense on corner that you feel like needs to be worked on the most?
I feel usually if like people are running like straight down the field or maybe like a post, no like quick moves, I can stay with it. But as students like you get to somebody who starts making like really good moves and like really like double cuts, that it starts to mess me up a lot. So uh, I have to work on like trying to stay low and staying on people's hips and stuff.
So for you, you talk about the thing that you want to work on the most as a wide receiver is footwork. And in doing that and knowing your feet and knowing those quick moves and those little things that you can do to get somebody off of your route, it would help you, I would imagine, at being a better defender at corner.
Yeah, it definitely would help me to like being a wide receiver. It helps me to know more like of what other wide receivers would try to do against me. So that would definitely help me to be better with corner.
Here with Darien Williams coming off of JV at Christian Brothers Academy, heading to varsity, incoming freshman class of 2025 for college football. Already has an offer coming off of JV for Colorado. And for you, bring me into, because it's so early in your recruitment. So how did you find out you had the offer?
It started off with it was coming out of school. I was throwing the varsity quarterback Jordan Ray. We were getting ready to throw, and my coach walked up to me and was like, "Did you hear the news?" And I was like, "What?" And he told me about the offer, but I hadn't got the call yet, like to make it official. And
Yep.
then so like when he told me that, I was like very like happy. I was like confused too, like nervous and like I didn't know what to think. And then later on, like maybe like a week later, he texted me and told me that the coaches from Colorado called him and made it official. And it just like it was very like surprising to me.
Now, Colorado's in a unique situation because they're in the Pac 12, but they are in the middle of the country. So they don't make sense in the conference that they're in as far as like geographic,
Yeah,
but they're inside of the Pac 12, which is one of the autonomy group, quote unquote, Power Five, Pac 12, Big 10, Big 12,
yeah.
SEC, and ACC. To have your first offer be an FBS offer, Division 1A offer, and inside of the Pac 12, when you put all that into it, what does that mean?
It's like it's it's like not like pressure on me. It's just like, all right, now I got this offer. I really gotta like next season. I really have to show out and like show I really deserve it because like this is like it's like a really big offer. Like it's like crazy to me, but now I just know next season and the years on, I'm gonna have to like really like step my game up and show like I really deserved it.
Did the coaching staff at CBA say anything to you about after Colorado, if any other schools called? Because once a school offers, the other schools in the conference start looking. People in the area might start looking. People around the country are saying, "Wow, that guy got offered early. What is it about him?" So, have you heard of rumblings of anything
Yeah.
else?
My coach, our offensive coach, Bruce Williams, he told me after the throwing session with my quarterback that with that offer, there's definitely going to be like a lot of other schools looking at me, seeing that I got an offer at such a young age, and that would bring like a lot of eyes on me.
How do you stay humble having an offer so early?
I just try to like to me, it's really I just gotta like try to keep the negativity from like everybody else. That like if there is any negativity, and then like just thinking about not a lot of people really could like be as blessed to get the offer that I got. So I really can't like go out and try to like brag. Oh yeah, I got this offer. I got this offer. Just to like stay humble and being my best self.
What is it about being humble that, I mean, where did you learn that from? Is it something that, has come from your family? Is there someone you can point to in your life that you thought or that you believe really has taught you the importance of appreciating your blessings?
I think it was definitely my dad. He definitely helped me because like at such a young age, I would even like playing little league, playing modified. Everybody was like, oh, saying, oh yeah, that kid's really good. Oh, he's really fast. But then my dad was like, don't let that get in your head and to think like, oh yeah, I'm this, I'm really good, I'm really good. Just to stay humble and focus on getting better. And don't let So
Have you ever kind of been feeling yourself to a point where you had to take a step back and say, listen, like I could be confident, but I'm getting a little bit too into my own hype. Have you ever been that way or no?
yeah, after this JV season, like all people telling me, oh yeah, you're really good, you're really good. It was like it did hype my head up a little bit. And I was thinking about I was like, dang, like I really did do good this season. But then I just had to think that's not like my main focus. My main focus is just to get better and don't think about any of that because that's in the past now. So just focus on getting better.
So if more offers come in, more opportunities come in, if and when those happen, how will you stay humble? What are the things that you kind of have in your toolbox to keep yourself from buying into the hype and keep working hard? Because there is the reality that you get the offers, but you can lose them. So, obviously when you get them, you got to keep working. So as they come in, what are you going to do to, continue to appreciate the moment and be thankful, but not, kind of get caught up in it?
Yeah. So if they do start to come in, I definitely like for like maybe like the first day, I'll be like really excited and everything. But then right after that, I just have to get back to being focused on, all right, now that I got that, I really got to step it up even more and just keep on going, getting better. And then, yeah.
Darien, you brought up Bruce Williams, a coach that cares about his guys, a coach that cares about this community, outspoken about the talent of this community, a caring person overall, on and off the field. What can you say about Bruce's role in your life?
He's definitely ever since ever since coming to CBA, he's been like a huge like role model for me. He's helped me to like be where I'm at today. Like I really don't think without him being like one of my coaches, I'd be where I am. Like even like Saturday mornings, he has training sessions ever since I was in the sixth grade, actually coming into CBA. I've been working with him and he's definitely like helped me like a lot with my football and even just in general, everything. He's definitely taught me a lot. I
What
feel
are
like
the
blessed.
things that you think he has taught you the most?
One of the things, but even with being humble, he's taught me to stay humble. He's taught me, well, in football, he's taught me a lot with like wide receiver coordination. Even when I was a quarterback, I learned a lot from him while I was a quarterback, being a quarterback, like footwork, how to like throw, mechanics. And then switching over to wide receiver, and he started teaching me all that stuff with that. And it was just great to have somebody like him with me.
And, obviously the head coach being Casey Brown. What can you say about Casey, his leadership, how he cares about, he wants you guys to win and more than anything else, he wants you to be good men and be set up for the rest of your life. So what can you say about his leadership?
I think he definitely teaches like his like most thing he teaches how to be like there's on like on field football, all right, how to be a good on football, but even outside like schoolwork, just being a good man in general, being respectful, all stuff like that. He definitely like emphasizes how to do all the good stuff with that. And I think he definitely makes me a better man too. Even at the beginning of practices, he'll give a speech on, all right, yeah, we need you to do this on the football field, but also in the school. You need to keep your school grades up, do all that, be respectful to parents and all that.
And outside of Bruce and Casey, is there any other coach at Christian Brothers Academy that you feel like has really been a big part of your evolution?
And modify my coach Moore, he's like the head coach. He definitely helped me a lot. Like he when I think it was in my after my last little league, it was at not Cork, Valley, my last game at Valley. Ever since then I've been with him. Even before coming to CBA and even being on the modified team, I've been working with him. I think he's definitely been a big role model too.
So you have all these role models. You're at Christian Brothers Academy. What is it about being a student athlete there that you think is so special overall on the student side and on the athletic side?
I think in the student side, in the school, like the teachers are great, people are great, everything's great. I think the education I think it's just great for me. Like everything's going well with school. And if you need help, you can go get help whenever you want. And I definitely like that. Like staying after school, if I need extra help, I'm not with them. It's not like you have to be scared to ask. You can ask and they'll be willing to help no matter what. And being on the field is definitely good for me. I feel like that I learn a lot from being on the football field, not just being with a football field, but like what I said about Coach Casey, how to become a better man and just be like my best self.
That coming here from Darien Williams, wide receiver, incoming class for college football in 2025. We'll be shifting over to varsity this season and already has a D1 offer from Colorado. The Buffaloes inside of the Pac 12. Darien, before I let you go, a big thing about everything that I do here. I was born and raised in this community in central and upstate New York. I'm a Syracuse native. This community means more to me than I can say. And all of the student athletes, including yourself, are extremely important to me. I think that this is a highly under recruited area. I don't think the respect is here. What are your thoughts on being a student athlete in this community? Do you feel like you have a chip on your shoulder? And what would you like to tell the world about Central and Upstate New York student
I
athletes?
think definitely in this, not just football, all sports. There's a lot of talent at Syracuse. I think definitely a lot of people should be looking more on people like students here because like everybody, I don't really see like a lot of people that like, oh, people should be saying, oh, they're not good, they don't deserve anything. I think everybody here deserves something because we in Syracuse and at this New York, there's a lot of like great talent everywhere. I think more like college and stuff should be looking at like Syracuse because we do have a lot of great athletes.
Would you like Syracuse University, since you are a football player, would you like them to pay more attention to the local student athlete?
I definitely think it would be very helpful for like student athletes who really like put in a lot of time, a lot of work, dedicate like their whole like life to the sport, and don't really get like what they deserve. I think Syracuse definitely should start looking at like athletes like that.
So, with that being said, there's a thing we do in my broadcast for years inside a Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora here inside the Wake Up, the Cafe Kubal studios. We do a thing called Rapid Fire, and it gives me an opportunity to put you on the hot seat. But in fairness, you get to put me on the hot seat. 3 questions apiece, nothing prepared. I can ask you anything. You can ask me anything. We'll go back and forth one for one. You can ask me the first question.
When did you start like your shows? Like, oh, start interviewing people.
I started, I started like interviewing. I mean, I've always been a person who loves to tell stories.
Yeah,
I love making people laugh, and either through music or through comedy or through sports, writing something. I've always been a storyteller. So that's always been a part of my life. I've been broadcasting for more than half my life. It's been over 18 years, and my company will turn 10 in this July. So, yeah, I mean, I've been doing it for a long time. I love it. I don't feel like I ever work. I get to talk to you for a living.
yeah,
Like I get to say, hey, I was there with Darien Williams' first offer and his 20th offer and so on. I mean, I get to follow you through your whole road. And I think that's such a cool thing that my job is to like help other people share their stories. You know what
yeah,
I mean? I like to share my own story. I like to share other people's stories. And I like to show the world that there's really good people.
yeah.
And that's what I try to do.
All right, yeah.
My question for you, Darian, my first one for you is if you took over my show for the day, what 3 athletes would you want to have on the show?
Well, thinking of just about CBA mainly, I think definitely want to be Dan Anderson, Sire Torrance, and who's another big one. Amari Pitts or Alex. I'm not sure. It would definitely be one of those though. Definitely those three.
Okay, fair enough. Why choose that group?
Definitely Dan Anderson because he great all around his sports. He's not basketball, lacrosse. He's going to for lacrosse. I'm pretty sure he's going to Denver. That's like really good. And even this football season, he dominated. It got me first team maybe or second team. I'm not sure, but he's definitely a great athlete. He's been to school too. And for Sire, he's like on the field, he's great, and off the field in school. He is. I'm not sure how many offers, but he's doing great right now in football. He's getting invited to a lot of camps. He's just doing really good. Him too. And then for Amari Pitts and Alex, they're both great football players. They did great this season. They were a big part of why winning the state championship. And they're also really like just good friends in general, good in the school. There's good people to be around.
All right, I like it. I like the group. What's your second one for me?
Uh with besides like doing like interviewing people and stuff, what else do you just do on like a normal day?
Doing a normal day. I pray. I pray when I wake up, pray when I go to bed. I pray all throughout the day. So my relationship with God is the most important thing. I usually try to talk to my mom and my dad, and they're both here in Syracuse. I play with my dog Lily. She's like having a daughter. I mean, I don't even want to say like she. I mean, she is having a daughter. She's incredibly. I think she's smarter than most people. I think she is. I think if we took like the average human being that drives a car, she's probably better. And so I would say that. No, Lily's cool. So I play with the dog, and I try to watch something funny. I like making people laugh. I mean, I would think in a normal day for me, it's mom, dad, Lily, doing what I love, loving what I do, probably singing, doing something with music, and making people laugh. I don't I don't think that it's normal for me to go a day without wanting to like make somebody laugh and like just see them smile. So I would say that that's a big part of my day.
Yeah.
I'm going to stay with that. Top 3 comedians of all time.
All right. So one has to be Kevin Hart.
I agree. I'm well. Number 1 all time. I would. There's somebody else, but Kevin Hart is in the top 3. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. See, I don't know like a lot of like I know a lot of movies, but I can't think of like all of their names. So Kevin Hart.
What about Dave Chappelle? You know Dave Chappelle?
I'm not. Do you know any movies he's been in?
He's not as well known for the movies. He's known for the Chappelle Show. He was in Nutty Professor. He was in, oh man, Half Baked. There's like older movies that he was in. But I would say if you're thinking about comedians in movies, there's Will Ferrell, Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler is definitely one. Yeah, he's definitely one.
Okay. So we got Adam Sandler for you, Kevin Hart. Other guys in like movies recently. Ryan Reynolds, who plays Deadpool. He's pretty funny. Jim Carrey. Robin Williams passed on, but he's been in a lot of movies.
I think thinking about Ryan Reynolds definitely would be one. I didn't know his name, but he definitely would be on there too.
Okay. Sure. All right. Yeah. Are you a Deadpool fan?
I mean, the movie, I don't know about the movie. I mean, it was funny, but the movie is iffy. I don't know. It's sort of.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. What's your last one for me?
What's your favorite like fast food restaurant or just food in general?
Oh man. Well, I'll stick with fast food since you asked. I would say that the place that I wanted, I mean, this is an easy answer for people that know me. They're like, why you take it so long? But I mean, for me, I waited like 13 years for it to come to Central New York, and I work with them, and the owner operator is one of my closest friends, and I love him. Shout out to Jim Sikowski, is Chick-fil-A.
That's yeah.
I love Chick-fil-A. Love Chick-fil-A. They came out with like this pepper, bacon, maple chicken sandwich for like a really short time, and it was fantastic. And then they took it away. So I think that in definitely saying Chick-fil-A would be my fast food, I would follow that up by saying I want a petition to be signed to bring back that chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's stay with Chick-fil-A since you nodded. If you had a Chick-fil-A meal that you had to eat every single day of the week, what would it be and why?
It would have to be each day the 12 count nugget with large fry and a large lemonade, because their lemonade is like, it's great. Like it's like really good to me. Like anytime I go there, usually sometimes I'll get a chicken sandwich, but that'll be like my main meal every day.
So I gotta ask, and now the nugget, that was my go-to from the beginning. And so what sauce?
It would have to be either a Polynesian sauce or a Chick-fil-A sauce.
You said the right answer first.
Yeah.
So Polynesian, I feel like it doesn't get the respect that it deserves. So
yeah,
Polynesian that's my favorite. So with that being said, Darien Williams, getting to know him here, has an offer. D1 FBS to the Pac-12's Colorado Buffaloes are ready. He is the class of 2025 incoming. He will be on varsity for Christian Brothers Academy here in our community coming up this upcoming season. And I'm grateful for the fact that we got to spend some time here on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora inside of the Cafe Kubal studios. Darien, thank you for doing this, and I look forward to following you on your road.
Thank you for having me on the show.